you doing? Welcome to my home. Just want to let you guys know. Just make sure you take your shoes off at the door and welcome to the world of profanity. No, I mean, like I said, I've talked about it a million times. But if I had to start all over again and find a place to kind of start, it definitely wouldn't be the beginning. It'd probably be now, working our way back. What is Public Enemy going to mean to generations that's coming behind us? I always ask people, when you take a rock and you throw it in a pond and it causes the ripple effect, 7 generations from now, what is the legacy going to read? Public Enemy was, and everyone's probably going to answer that question quite differently. I say right now, Public Enemy has become an institution, a mindset, a spirit, the backdrop to a movement. Not the only movement, because we borrowed a lot from what, groups like the Last Poets, Gil Scott-Heron, Watts Prophets, all the other poets that came before us, because there was some turbulent times that gave birth not only to them, but there was some turbulent things that was going on in America that gave birth to just the whole idea of a Public Enemy. Having to work with a gentleman like Terminator X that probably never talked at all to a person like Flavor that always talked about something else, which created this chaotic balance in the group. And then Truck being very vocal, and a deep writer as to what was going on. Chuck even said that rap has become the CNN for the black community, because you listen to a rap song, you'll know what's going on, even if the mainstream media won't tell it. We're telling it in the songs. And then myself, who mainly played the background, the choreographer, and I came in as a researcher, and before this I was a DJ. So when you start talking about thumbing through thousands and thousands of records to help put samples together and songs together and an idea for songs, a lot of people tend to overlook that, the spirit of it. So it was the whole idea of getting across what the group was about. We just wanted to raise the vibratory pitch of people's thinking into a collective kind of mindset that was going to move. And we just wanted to not only move bodies on the dance floor, at the club, at the concerts, we wanted to move minds, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't really think that there was a week that went by that we weren't pulling from the poets that came before us. There wasn't a day that went by that we didn't pull from the soul classics, especially the funk era. So either we was listening to Sly and the Family Stones, Parliament Funkadelic, James Brown, you name it, meshed with what the Last Poets and other groups were saying. We stirred it up. Here you go. You understand what I'm saying? And me and Chuck was born on the same day, 5 hours apart, but the same day. Flavor wasn't born at all. He was just dropped off. No, I'm only playing. But we just kind of all came up in this place called Roosevelt, Long Island. 1 square mile, that was it. So Roosevelt gave birth to Dr. J, Julius Erving, 2 members of Guy, the group Guy, Eddie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, remember John Mackey for the Colts? I forgot what position he played. Okay, from Roosevelt. And then this really insignificant little group called Public Enemy. That's it. So you're talking about in that one little area, it gave birth, and it kind of was the home at one particular time for all of those people that influenced the world. Right outside of that, LONS, Leaders of the New School, Busta Rhymes, right down the road, Eric B. and Rakim. I mean, I could go on and on. That little area right there on Long Island was an energy vortex that gave birth to some people that we know that move minds and move the world, especially in music. But we never, ever, in our wildest dreams, ever thought that we would see Public Enemy past 2 years. We thought we was either going to be dead or in jail with what we were talking about. And yeah, we had some serious situations that just, yeah, kind of like life and death situations.